Don't judge me. I just wish you knew. Let's just wait. Miss you all the time. Need
you. Well, shut up, phone. Well, what's going on? We have a very interesting show today on the STS. For those that is new to the channel, STS means Shooting the Shit Chronicles. And if this motherfucking phone don't sit down,
ding, ding, ding.
ding, dong, dick. That's what it sounds like. Okay, shut up. All right, we good. I'm your host, extraordinaire, 6MK, aka Pi May. And we have running with me on this show today. We have Mad Mike Sports, aka the Senator, the Soul Crusher.
Yeah, it was pretty much hell for me to not be on the show last night. I don't like missing anything.
Shit, hell, I damn near missed it. Hell, I caught I ended up being there in the last 45 minutes, so I made up for it a little bit. And we have the therapist, the Joker, on this special episode.
I'm the antagonist today, y'all.
Oh, you gonna be the real bad guy today?
Yeah. I'm about to do that. Hope y'all got y'all Efferdent and y'all denture cream because some of y'all jaws is coming off.
You said they gonna unhinge their jaw like a damn python.
Yep. The only difference is it's not coming back.
Oh wow. And man, like I said, man, this is another episode of the STS. This is Saturday afternoon on a Royal Rumble Saturday. My bad, I said Sunday. I meant Saturday, y'all.
Oh damn, I forgot about this tonight. Oh, God.
That shit come on at 6, so you know we always gotta do the damn thing. And since we got a few people in here right now, Georgia Texas boy, Jam, and D Coleman. Let's go ahead and get right into the show. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching, you make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as hit that share, hit that like button, because like you said, this is not only just a Falcon channel, but we're exploring different topics pertaining to media, other sports teams, and a little bit of political things that going on in here as well. From the perspective of 6-man K-Style. So, fellas, how we doing this afternoon?
Doing good. A rather calm Saturday.
Yeah, it kind of feels weird with it not being no football today. It kind of no college football. We ain't gonna have no NFL football tomorrow neither. So it's very, 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 very soothing. What about you, Mike? How you feel?
I feel a little drugged up, but good nonetheless.
Drugged up.
Every day.
I'm high as hell right now.
That man got cold medicine and blunt. Yeah, he feeling good. All right, man. we got a few topics that we want to go ahead and get on out the way here today. We want to talk about um, the new movement that's going on social media right now, and it's the hashtag boycott Super Bowl movement. And we have another conversation that we got going on, and this was requested by yours truly, the therapist, as far as diversity, equity, and inclusion and the hypocrisy behind it.
Yes.
And the third topic we have this evening is we're going to actually do a. I ain't even gonna. Would you really call it a movie review or just our thoughts on the conversation between two movies? And this
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
particular one. This is a particular one that's special to me because these are two of my favorite movies, which is Bloodsport and The Last Dragon.
Oh boy.
And this was also a polling question that was put on this channel too. So we're going to go ahead and discuss that. Um, fellas.
Mm.
How y'all want to kick this thing off?
Ken Styles, I say let's gut punch him first, and then let's give him the Band-Aid.
You want to gut punch it first?
Yeah, we'll gut punch him first and give him the Band-Aid later.
All right, man. So I'm gonna let you go ahead and run point, man. What you mean by you want to gut punch him?
Okay, everybody. I know we've been listening to social media and the news talking about DEI and how it's unfair and who it benefits and everything like that. And I know a lot of people, they have their conclusions about it benefiting, Caucasian women and, most rightfully so, and how that it did not really benefit the brown race, as I like to call it. But the thing that people have to understand is you have to be careful when you have people out here with fake outrage, because you got two perspectives on it. You got the business perspective, and then you got the consumer. Now, a lot of that had to do with federal jobs, and the people that may have been affected by this. My heart goes out to you, because if you've ever had a job and you've been laid off, you know how that feels. So I don't wish anybody to lose their jobs or anything like that, because we all got families we got to take care of. But for those that are not affected by it directly, what you have to understand is this: unless you understand what it is and who it affects, having fake outrage does nothing. Because let's be real, and I'm gonna hurt everybody's feelings. There is not one person on this live, excuse me, in this chat, or that's gonna be listening wherever you are, that can opt out of this system. Even if you wanted to, you can't. You can boycott all you want. You can complain all you want. But unless you are one of the few that actually created this, control it, or whatever, you're a part of the system that you complain about. And people say, well, no, I'm not. I'm this, I'm that, or I boycotted this, or I don't shop this and that. And let me tell you something. Do you make your own shoes? Do you sew your own clothes? Can you go out and build your car from scratch? Can you build your house? Have you built your house? Can you produce your own water? Can you produce your own electricity? Can you produce your own gas? Okay. Can you grow your own food? Can you preserve your own food? You know what I'm saying? Can you supply your own internet? Okay. Can you build the TV, supply it with electricity, and then create your own satellite so that you'll have internet to do all the things that you do? Can you manufacture your own cell phone? See, when you talk about trying to get rid of a system that you are currently entrenched in, you have to understand the only way that you will become totally outside of society is that you have to give up every creature comfort on the planet to include being able to have the benefit of medicine. And this is why I don't go on these platforms bitching and complaining about stuff without understanding. And if it does affect me, I have to understand how can I adapt to my surroundings and situation. Because if you can't do any of those things for yourself on your own, outside of, and I ain't talking about, oh, I won't shop here, I'll just get it. No, I'm talking about literally make these goods and services yourself for your own benefit. You're a part of the system. And unless you plan on giving all of that up and sitting out in the wilderness and just figuring it out day by day, complaining about it is the last of your words. Because if they really wanted to shut stuff down, 90% of us wouldn't be here. And that's statistical facts. So when we talk about this DEI stuff, yes, it's unfair. No, I'm not saying that it should be done, but we got to learn as adults to adapt. I told my brothers this long time ago. These 4 years are going to be the years where you can make a lot of money, because usually when society is an opportunity for you to make a living. This is how all these billionaires did. If y'all look at the Great Depression, the Kennedys made a killing on what? Selling moonshine. And then they transferred it over to what? Politics, because they wanted to position themselves in an arena where when society got back on its feet, they were in the top. But y'all got to understand, you got to do your research and understand what's being thrown in front of you instead of going out here having an emotional reaction because everybody else says it online just because it's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, do not mistake me. I don't agree with them taking down DEI, but at the same time, if you really look at it, how many of us really and truly benefited? To be honest with you, 75% of us on here did not benefit from it. You did. You just got mad because the idea of not having it and that it possibly in the future could affect you is what people are complaining about. Because unless you are a federal worker that just lost your job yesterday, there's really what's the uproar? A lot of y'all still got your jobs. You know what I'm saying? So it's not about being upset. It's about looking at it from every perspective, knowing where you fit. And if you happen to be in that category, knowing how you're going to adapt.
Yeah. So for those that may not know, when it comes to this topic at hand, there's multiple corporations that's out here that has, based on the executive orders of newly elected President Donald Trump, as far as getting rid of DEI, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion, which you see on the screen. You have certain corporations and companies such as Walmart, Meta, Amazon, McDonald's, Target, Ford, Lowe's, Harley Davidson, John Deere. A lot of these companies right nowadays, they are doing away with these such and such programs. For those that don't know what that means, it's essentially a fancier way of saying affirmative action. So, Mike, ask you this question, man. So, when it comes to this topic here at hand, man, what is your thoughts on it?
I mean, this may not sound right, but my thing is Like if you're gonna judge me for the content of my character, I don't want a job anyway. So it's like I don't really give a damn, to be honest. I don't want to work for something that I like. I don't want something because I'm a male or a male, black, or whether I'm gay or not. Like I don't want that. I don't want the job. And I think some of the biggest things is that we're trying to force things to happen, and that's just the way I feel. We're trying to force things to happen because of this, trying to force things to happen because it quote unquote needs to change. And like I said, for me, like this doesn't bother me at all. I'm the type of person anyway that I would rather have my own rather than work for a corporation to begin with. So the hell with a corporation, the hell with any of that, to be honest. Um, I would rather have my own than, work for a corporation or be given things because of, who and what I am.
Okay. Well,
With that, I think that's the problem. We're way too happy and accepting things because we're black, we gay, we're whatever the case may be. I think people are way too happy to accept those types of things. And for me, I think it's I don't like it, to be honest. Just to keep it kind of short.
so I'm kind of glad that you pointed it out that way. You and Juan basically, actually, kind of propel right into a question that I had, and I'll let y'all go ahead and say what y'all got to say on it. We got a couple comments here. Like I said, Jordan Tisbert said, "Judge me off my character, not my skin color." Southside, what's going on? Tony Hall.
Exactly.
Um, Dre Harrison here said, I don't agree with DI, but you can opt out of the system by going off the grid. In order to do this, you got to be highly intentional with the money you earn. So kind of based off of what y'all saying here, um, I actually had the definition of here as far as what it pertains. It's basically it says promote fair treatment and full participation of all peoples, particularly groups who have historically been underappreciated or subjugated to discrimination on the basis of identity or disability. It says inclusion, diversity, equity, belonging. Um, my question to y'all is, this is a society question just based on the society that we're running into today. Do you believe that this society is like today's day? Do you believe that we have softened up as a society here in the United States here? Because it's almost kind of seemed like it's like I think people try to be so woke on everything that we just come up with a whole bunch of stuff that kind of doesn't make sense at all.
We try to be too black, too gay, too white, too black, too Hispanic. It's just that like for me, that's the problem. Everybody want to be too gay, too black, too trans, too whatever the fuck the case may be. Like they just try to be too much of everything. They want preferential treatment based on their personal identity.
But I'm looking at it first of all.
Hold on. When you lessen yourself based on how you see yourself, if you lessen yourself based on how you view yourself, you've already you've already told the world that's how to treat you. If you see yourself as just this or that, or I'm just Hispanic, so treat me based on me being Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? Treat me based on me believing that I'm a poet, for example. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the biggest problem is we're trying to force people to treat us a certain way. And I think that's the biggest problem that I have, is that we try to force people to be. We shouldn't force anybody to treat us based on how we view ourselves.
Well, you notice, you know where DEI started from. Y'all ever seen 9 to 5? Dolly Parton.
Nah, you might have to
9 to 5
school
was
me on that.
9 to 5 was a little comedy skit about women in the working place in the early '80s,
Hmm.
late '70s, early '80s, when women really started flooding the work market. What happened is bosses could treat, say, your mom, your auntie, your grandma, or your wife at the time went in to go work for an office job or whatever at a corporation. The
Hmm.
boss could treat her any kind of way. She really didn't have rights. She really didn't have rights. She didn't have rights to say anything about harassment. She didn't have rights to say anything about unfair treatment as far as promotions, pay, or whatever. So this was created so that very situation, which was very prevalent at the time, could be alleviated, so that the working class was more level playing field for ladies. And then as time went on, it transcended to uh, the gay community. It transcended to the uh, you know what I would call the rainbow community. So every time a new demographic emerged in society, it was protected under that. And you had different sections for different areas of work, but it was mainly protected under that. But it started as something for women in the workplace because they were being mishandled, misused. You know what I'm saying? As far as human beings, their humanity was being disrespected, and they were basing, like Mike said, they were basing their intelligence and their skill set off of their gender.
That
So
just sounds like everything. To be honest, it's not even a gender at this point. It's everything. Everybody wants to be, and not to say that isn't justified, but that's the problem. It's like everybody wants to be justified based on how you view yourself. Like I want preferential treatment because I'm this and I'm that, and my thing is if you're only going to treat me well based on who I view how I view myself, I don't want. I like I said, I don't want preferential treatment. Honestly, I think that's fake. I think it's fake, and I think we get right now. I think the community, just the world in general, we want to be. We really want to be. We want to be worshipped. To be honest, we want preferential treatment. We only want people to treat us how we want them to be treated. How we want to be treated, and that's the big. Like I said, that's the biggest issue I have.
Well, what happened was they took that thing that started out as a protection and used it as a weapon later on. This is why people have that mentality of wanting preferential treatment based on a gender or demographic because it became weaponized. They
Mm.
turned it in. They turned it into the very thing that we see right now. And so now that it's being done away with, whomever benefited from it outside of a person's skill set is going to have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
And
And Leo here.
it actually now is like a slight against a person's skill set because now you're not looking at what they can produce. You're looking at who they are to produce.
Mm. So like I said, Leo here said the way that I see the world acting right now is almost like they bully you into their opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much kind of the point. And I'm gonna use this as in a sports context of this. It's almost like everybody wants to be highly rewarded for participation trophies.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
showing up.
Now, now it's one thing about having jobs that okay will openly discriminate based on color, sex, disabilities and stuff like that. Like I said, you may have some jobs that may do that, but the majority of the jobs are going to basically look at you based on what you can produce. How do you help me? How can we grow How can we grow this business to where we can all make more money at the end of the day? And this is one of the biggest issues that I have with how things are going now. And it just goes back to what somebody said in the comment section. This country right now is so woke that they done caught amnesia and don't know what the fuck to do right now.
They try to bully you into how they feel about themselves.
Mhm.
I'm this, and you should give me preferential treatment because I'm this. Don't call me a man if
But
I'm a man. I see myself as a woman, and you should treat
but
me.
but 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 here's the interesting thing too. And what's going on, Miss Hattie? Appreciate you coming in. Like I said, we got interesting conversations here. Um, it's almost kind of like how I'm gonna use this for example. We'll talk about the Atlanta Falcons content space and fan base, for example. Now we know the majority of people have a certain type of thinking. They may think certain things like it's just for example, Matt Ryan, Mike Vick, um, Dan Reeves, Mike Smith, and, but we're at a point in society where people are too people are too offended to have the conversation as to why you think differently. Nobody wants to be wrong. This is the simplest form I can put this in. Nobody wants to be wrong,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody don't want to be excluded from the righteousness.
Yep.
You don't want the responsibility of having the possibly being wrong. But yeah, you want the grace to back the fool.
hmm
Yeah.
I'm like this. I'm like this. And at the end of the day, we're gonna go to the next topic. At the end of the day, whatever the hell you doing out here, you better make sure you are the best version of yourself to accomplish that goal. whether you be black, white, gay, disabled, weird, however the hell you is.
That part.
Because woke culture is the very reason why the United States is 40 years behind everybody else in the world.
Yep. Because just remember now, this same woke culture, okay, they're not going to sacrifice themselves on your behalf. They're not going to lead the charge. They're not going to sacrifice themselves on your behalf. And they're not going to stand on anything if it came to them having to go without. Make that very clear. This is not the 60s. A lot of people ain't built like that no more. They for themselves. So they'll tell you to go do it and watch you burn.
So basically what you're saying is basically the simplest form is everybody acts like a bunch of babies when they don't get what they want.
When they don't get what they want. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So D. Coleman here said you could say something like, I don't think abortion is right, and someone would take it as, oh, so you want women to die.
Yeah.
That's why when I look back at how this election went, this is one of the major reasons. This is one of the major reasons it went the way it did, because everybody wants to be right. Everybody wants to be included.
Yep.
Nobody wants to be wrong, and nobody wants to have the conversation of why. Hattie here said, get those construction jobs that you were denied for decades.
But here's the thing, though. As a society, it is your responsibility to evolve. It is your responsibility to evolve, because society is never going to stay at your level of comfort. You know, our grandparents had factory jobs. Then it went from factory jobs to small computer jobs, and it went from computer jobs to massive, open entrepreneurship and stuff like that. You have a responsibility to evolve, whatever that may be, in whatever sector that is. You can't get mad when modern times. You gotta adapt. So you should have more than one skill set under your belt. The average entrepreneur, the average person, like a guidance person, financial person, they're going to tell you that right now. You're supposed to have a portfolio of multiple skill sets. Why? Because you don't know when society is going to make a leap or when society is going to make a shift. If you keep going in a straight line and that makes a shift, guess what? You get left behind. And now you're complaining that nobody gets the opportunity. Sometimes forget. You think
we have way too much contact with each other now. We have way too much contact with each other. So, like things like abortion and pregnancy, it's gonna happen a lot more often now because we have so much contact with each other with social media and all these types of things. So, all these things are going to increase. So the numbers are not going to be the same that it once was, and we just gotta understand change is the way of the world now, and a lot of people aren't used. People don't want change. Like some people just don't want to change. Some people want to stay with their current mindset, which is fine, but we go back to the same thing. Don't try to force people to think how you think.
You wait, because when you force people to think how you think, like I said, then you turn away from the conversation in itself. We always say, like I said, when we talk about our Falcon conversations, like I said, we always say, you can be offended by what we say, but I'd rather have the conversation than to turn you away. Damn, that shit rhymed.
Yeah.
And Leo here said, yeah, Trump won the election because people was getting sick of the woke and the left culture bullshit. That's why he won by a landslide. Yeah. But at the end of the day, and we're gonna move on to the next topic here. At the end of the day, the biggest issue that we have it right now over here in the United States is that everybody wants everything for less. And that's not how it works. If you want to live that life of a millionaire, you gotta go and get it.
In that part.
If your desire is to be a family person, to have a family and to live that life, you gotta go and get it. Everything comes with goods, bads, and uglies. If we try to X-nay the ugly and the bad and just hoping for the good, then at reality you're gonna end up in a worse position because you're not going through no type of adversity. So let's go ahead and get right to the next topic here, man. I want to kind of save that poll for the last. So Mike, Juan, everybody in the chat, are y'all familiar with the hashtag boycott Super Bowl movement that's been going on?
I heard some things about it. I don't really know what all it entails, but yeah, please enlighten me on what that foolishness is.
Okay, so because every like I said, you have a quote unquote a good amount of people that's going around on social media right now are trying to call for people to boycott the Super Bowl because of the preferential treatment of Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. That's pretty much what it is.
And we got clown like T.O. coming up here saying that they're getting preferential treatment. And wait, go ahead.
No. Keep going.
See,
Go ahead, Mike.
that's why I hate niggas. I really do hate niggas. Like y'all want to when see, this is the problem that I have because nobody had this problem with Brady. You niggas was quiet. Y'all stayed you stayed real good niggas with Tom Brady. Y'all was some real good niggas. You was some real good house niggas. Real good house niggas with Tom Brady. Y'all were bad. Nobody wanted to speak on the preferential treatment that he was getting and how guys were worshiping him. He was some real good house niggas. You was scared to say something. I mean, you guys were literally saying to yourself, "What Tom Brady?" Like, nah, I ain't gonna speak on it because I speak on it. You know, the people that control things gonna be upset. They literally said this on multiple channels and things of that nature. They literally said it. So we talking about the TOs and all these types of people. When the Patriots were proven to be cheaters, and they got punished for being cheaters. But you niggas stayed real good house niggas when it came down to Tom Brady and his preferential treatment. And all of a sudden, when a black man does it, it's a problem. And this is what I say. It's like this is why I don't like niggas is because of this. They want to put a certain percentage. They want to put a certain percentage on your blackness. They want to define what blackness means. And this is the problem I have. Like all of a sudden, it's a major problem with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs dealing with preferential treatment. Now it's a problem. But y'all was real good house niggas when it came down to Tom Brady and
and the
it's
New England Patriots
and the New England Patriots.
and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, you was real good. Y'all, nobody want to speak on this.
So what? So what are your take on the overall movement as far as boycott the Super Bowl?
I'm be
Because
real. I don't even think it has anything to do with Patrick Mahomes. I think it has to do more with Taylor Swift than anything. Black folks hate that girl. Black people hate her they really do hate her. You see,
but here's the
everything was cool when Patrick Mahomes when Travis Kelce he was dating a black woman. Everything was all cool then. So when he started dating a white woman, yeah, everybody started hating the Chiefs. Think about it. So when she start hanging around, black folks start
and the crazy thing about it is it's not even just black folks in general, but
white
it's
people.
everybody. I understand what you're saying as far as that, but I want to kind of include everybody in this.
They
But
really
yeah, I
hate
I have I have noticed that once Taylor Swift started being around the team, now Patrick Mahomes' very existence has been in question ever since.
yeah, they hate that girl. They hate her.
Mm.
It's, it's all about who we like.
Mhm.
It's all about who we like. Like Mike said, and we all know Brady is the most coddled quarterback in the NFL history ever. He's the most
That,
coddled quarterback
that
that
is
will
a
ever
fact.
exist. There will never be a quarterback that have more preference and treatment than him.
That is a fact. And go ahead, Juan. Go ahead, let them know why you say that. And how do you feel about this boycott Super Bowl movement?
Oh, this boycott. This ain't bunch of shines and lights. Bunch of shines and lights. I said it on another show. We want something different. We don't even have the patience to want to step through. See, y'all didn't grow up in the era of dynasties. Some of y'all, Brady is the last dynasty that y'all have seen as far as football goes. He's the last one. We grew up in the era of dynasties. Some of us seen two or three of them come. But the problem is, everybody has this mentality that the guy that I like should be the savior instead of the guy that's actually doing the work. I'm going to tell you
Right.
something that a lot of people don't realize. As great as the Dallas Cowboys dynasty was in the 90s, nobody bragged on Troy Aikman. They just said he was a good quarterback. Nobody bragged on him like Brady. Nobody bragged on him like they did Mahomes. As good as Joe Montana was, they didn't too much brag about it. They just said Joe Montana was that he was that dude, but they also immediately went to his stats. He wasn't coddled. Joe Namath wasn't coddled. Peyton Manning wasn't coddled. You know what I'm saying? These guys weren't coddled. They were known for being serviceable quarterbacks in their era and their perspective. And they knew when certain things came down to it, they could get the job done. Now we have a culture where, like K Styles and Mike said earlier, opinions matter. So now all of a sudden, and I'm going to put it out there because people like Lamar Jackson, because of they identify with struggle. Oh well, he needs to be the comeback king, and ain't proved shit. Because we like people like Justin Fields, because we feel he's going to resurrect some kind of unfound, culture matrix. It's been like that. Instead of looking at somebody and saying, "Well, damn, that guy's good. He's consistently been good." No, he's not good enough. People roll Lamar's coattails until Lamar showed who he was again. Now we quiet. And then people are mad because Taylor Swift is taking away notoriety from the Kansas City Chiefs. It's happened before, just not on scale. Because I can guarantee you, 10 years ago, let Beyonce had to put her stamp on the team. You wouldn't be able to tell that damn team nothing. Not a damn thing.
And Mafia here said the fact that during the Deflategate he could be seen on camera throwing away evidence when the FBI raided and nothing happened to him for tampering with evidence.
There you go.
And Southside here as well says that people keep saying that Patrick Mahomes gets special treatment, where we literally saw a rule change in the playoffs for Josh Allen. Oh, yeah. They changed the whole entire overtime rules because Josh Allen unfortunately lost to one Patrick Mahomes in overtime. That is it. But my thought on this thing is, and I haven't said this I haven't said this phrase in a while, but to the people that's talking about boycotting the Super Bowl, I hope y'all watching this, and if y'all know anybody that think like this, you can tell them that K-Style said this. Sit your goofy asses down, shut the fuck up, and you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing.
Bruh, y'all gonna get mad. Y'all gonna get mad for 2 damn seconds, go turn around and tune in just to see if Golden Boy loses for the first time in existence. Just so y'all can brag about it.
Because I guarantee these were the very same people that said that they were gonna boycott the NFL because Colin Kaepernick got blackballed.
That shit lasted 15 minutes.
Motherfucking NFL viewership went up like damn near 150% after that shit. Like, y'all get y'all stupid asses on somewhere with this.
Or if y'all fake outrage was a superpower, y'all be some bad motherfuckers, boy.
But as funny as this sounds, it goes back to the conversation. Is our society too woke for its own damn good? Because this sounds like a woke ass talking point, and you just have a bunch of motherfuckers that just upset.
You want to know what woke? Really, you want to know what woke in this instance means? It don't mean enlightenment. It means entitled. It doesn't mean enlightenment. It means entitled. Because you have people that are jumping to conclusions without credible evidence. And then saying, because I feel this certain way, it's fact. And this is what we should go with. That's entitlement. Because you lack the information to make an educated decision. So it ain't woke. It's entitlement. Because even a person that may be right about something at least has the mental flexibility to see another person's perspective. May not agree, but you still had an insight to see it. These woke people, they see it one way, it's their way, and that's the only way. And that's entitlement.
What's your take on that, Mike? Is woke the new entitled?
Of course it is. Everybody wants not only entitlement, but they want preferential treatment. This is who I agree with, or this is how I view myself. So I want entitlement. I want to force you to feel how I feel. That's preferential treatment.
That sounds very, very familiar, guys. That sounds very familiar. That sounds like what we've been going through for the last 3 to 4 years now on these channels.
Mm.
Yep.
Because for those that may understand or who have been, followers of Man Bite Sports, Atlanta Falcon Nation, Six Man K Styles, the Unholy Alliance, this is one of the major reasons why a lot of Falcon fans despise us so much, because the entitlement of how they feel, and this group of people over here willingness to challenge that with facts and with information. And this is where you hear the talking points of Mad Mike Sports is running a cult. AFN is a cult. K Style is a do boy. Juan is unhinged. Sam is crazy. Chauncey is a madman. Like I said, this is where we've had a lot of Falcons fans that suggested that we off ourselves based on our own talking points. This ain't no different. That's why I say we can talk about this subject and actually laugh at woke culture, because unfortunately this is what some of the Falcon fans are. They're just nothing but a bunch of woke folks. And Juan's definition is woke equals entitled. Just because you have season tickets doesn't mean you're entitled for championships, or you're entitled for certain players, or you're entitled to all the glitz and glamour of what the team is. At the end of the day, your entitlement is not going to change the fact that shit may not go your way. Like I said, a lot of these people are upset. Oh, well, here we got the Kansas City Chiefs in it again, and we got the Philadelphia Eagles in it again. Boo, 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 who, fucking who. Shut the fuck up.
Let's cry about it. If we cry about it long enough, we'll get there and make some changes. Man, shut up.
I cry,
And
you
if you
cry,
don't,
we
but
cry
look,
together.
and if you don't cry with me, but look, if you don't cry with me, then you need to be canceled for not crying.
Mm-hmm. Southside said, "Well, y'all should off." Yeah. When I first started, I was told to off myself twice,
Oh
and
yeah.
we ain't talking about the 3-6 Mafia way where it was funny. No, these folks was actually talking. Yeah, off ourselves. Like I said, we was going. They was talking about wanting to fight us at LA Fitness, and if they see us at the game, they want gang warfare. Yeah, we got all that.
Yeah, yeah. I got called. I got told on for being mean. Yes, I'm unhinged.
He said, was it Juan was mean and sarcastic. Mike is an asshole. Yeah, like I said, my entitlement to my opinion is how I'm going to feel.
But you know
But the
what? I'm gonna say
difference,
this.
go ahead.
Go ahead, K-Star.
No, I'm about to say, but the difference in my opinion is I'm like I said, I would have the conversation. I could disagree with you, but we're going to find out where we disagree at, and then now I'm gonna make an understanding as to why you think that.
And see, the thing is, when you go against the grain, you must be prepared for resistance, and also you must be prepared to be criticized,
Right.
because nobody that ever, and that, I want y'all to hear me clearly, nobody that ever made change in life or made a damn about anything in this world didn't go without criticism, didn't go without backlash.
Hmm.
Criticism
What it
actually helps,
is,
and you realize criticism for me has actually one of the main reasons why we here now.
Hmm.
For criticism, people thought we was this and that, and it's like, look, you can use that as motivation in the learning tool. So I don't have a problem with it, honestly.
Hmm. It's to the point. It's to the point now where we do get those kind of like death threats and stuff like that. It's kind of like comedy because
yeah,
the objective has already been complete. If I'm willing to make a point that you can't debate, and you're talking about physical harm without refuting the information. Like I said, this is why the society in the United States is through.
mhm.
This is why the United States is so far behind social wise, is because we are so focused on trying to be liked by everybody instead of us trying to be ourselves.
Change is painful, people. Change and correction is painful. It's not meant to be pleasant. It's
Hmm.
necessary, but it's not meant to be pleasant. And when you criticize those that make change, it benefits everybody because it gives everybody else a perspective
Hmm.
outside their own. Because there's no one person on this planet that knows everything, and it's not designed like that. It's designed for everybody to put their head together to come up with a collective. But if all you're
Right.
going to do is criticize, that means telling you're entitled. When you see Mike get criticized, when you see K Styles get criticized, you see me get criticized, Sam, Chauncey, you know what I'm saying? The list goes on. You're seeing we are basically challenging your entitlement to say your way of thinking is only valuable to you if you don't take a look outside of what you think and see if there's other avenues and maybe you can make an adjustment. Because
Hmm.
entitlement says, I don't want to be wrong about nothing.
And y'all have literally done seen that mindset just a couple shows ago with Mike. You saw that. You see that with a lot of people that come over here because really what a lot of the criticism that we go with that we face isn't necessarily to debate the information. It's about I want to be right, you're wrong. I want to have my moment to be right. And like you said, we just get to the point now. I'm just saying like this: if you want to be right, you go right ahead. Because the thing about it is, you could be right in your mindset, but if it doesn't play out the way that you want to, how are you going to take it?
Yep.
That part.
And I know a lot of people talking about the Senior Bowl right now. Oh, trust me, we're gonna have a show. We're gonna have a show on the Senior Bowl and give our thoughts on the Senior Bowl folks and who did good and who looked like shit. Trust me, we gonna have that coming up soon.
Man, won't you just admit it, man? I'm right.
Hey, look, I got to the point where I'm like, I'm taking the Keanu Reeves approach. I'm like, yeah, you right. Go ahead. Yeah, you can
Okay.
have it.
Yeah.
Cause like I said, if I'm sitting here having a conversation trying to have a dick holding contest to prove that I'm right, man, bro, that shit ain't even worth it. Yeah, you right. You right. You can have it. But if it doesn't play out like the way that you said, see, now the pride gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
Look.
Well, see, I tell people all the time, you can be right, but you can also be right about the wrong thing. But I'm going to tell you one thing I can guarantee every day, all day, 365, 24/7. Nobody holds my dick better than me because I
Damn.
live with it.
Mm-hmm.
So there you
I
go.
need my one it's two people that hold my dick, me and my woman. I don't need to be holding with nobody else.
There you go.
Yeah.
I care. I don't care. I don't care to hold yours because it ain't mine and I don't like it.
And I don't swing that way neither. Like I
Right.
said, you can do your thing, but nah, I'm
Right.
good.
Right. Right. No.
But but let's go ahead and get to the final time. J. Cole, pride is the devil. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, pride is one of the seven deadly sins. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Pride is one of the seven deadly sins. But we got one more topic at hand. This is actually kind of a fun topic here. This is actually thoughts on a movie. This is a movie comparison aspect of it. Um,
Oh boy.
so I did a poll probably like a few days ago, and I asked the question: which movie was more impactful to you, The Last Dragon or Bloodsport? Now, out of the 315 votes that we had on here, and appreciate everybody that voted on it because that's the new thing that I'm gonna do on the channel. Like you said, I took a page out of Mike's book on this one, just start having polls on different things involving entertainment.
Yep.
The Last Dragon won the poll 59% to 41%,
Ooh boy.
which I
When you got
kind of
that,
expected.
when you got
Yeah.
that glow, it feels great when you got that glow.
All right, so fellas, Mike, one, whoever wants to start this off. Out of these two movies, which would you say was your favorite movie out of these two, and which
Last
one do you
Dragon.
think was most important?
Last Dragon. Last
Okay,
Dragon, hands down.
okay, and why is that?
Because it combined two of my most favorite things at the time, Motown and Bruce Lee.
Shut up, Lord. Shut
I
up.
got to hear Motown music with a Bruce Lee lookalike. And then I got to look at, you know what? And I got to look at the first iteration of Shao Kahn. Because Show Enough looked like Shao Kahn on Mortal Kombat. So for y'all that don't know, go play the game.
This nigga, boy, I swear. Ain't no questions.
Oh,
Man, you just saying that. You just saying that. Look. Don't forget. Vanity was a motherfucker too. Now.
Uh-huh.
what?
Hey,
Yes, sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Them
You
things was
found a
in it.
place. You finally found a place.
What about you, Mike?
I gotta say Bloodsport, man. I just like
Ooh,
it was so many.
go ahead. Why you say that?
For me, it was just for me, it was a storyline because I thought Last Dragon was a fucking that shit was goofy as hell, to be honest. You look back and just look at the storyline, like motherfucker that can fight, didn't want to fight, got beat up all the time, and act like a complete bitch. Okay, let's just keep it. Bruce Lee was a bitch.
He said Bruce Leroy was a bitch. That's what you trying to say.
Okay, he was a sucker. Like his brother said, he was a sucker. He was a bitch. Like, that motherfucker got beat up every day, bro. Like he got beat up and talked about, like, yeah.
What you say? What you say? You got Todd Bridges over there talking shit.
Yeah, Tom Brady talking shit. Bitch.
oh, D Cole. Oh, D Coleman. I'm saving that in the archive. Appreciate that one.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
I'm saving that in the archive.
Mike,
He was a
Mike,
bolo.
you cannot deny that Bruce Leroy was the first Super Saiyan. Don't do that.
Well, I mean, technically, yeah. Yeah. Huh? I mean, his glow was Super Saiyan yellow. I say that much.
Glowing. What the hell is that? That movie was goofy as hell when you look back at it, though. Look, I
But you
watched
know what?
it a million times.
But you know what? I see what Mike getting at because Bloodsport was actually based on a real person, which is Frank W. Dukes. He created his own system of martial arts, and in the '80s, he broke in '70s to '80s. He broke a lot of records, which at the time the young man had the world's fastest spin kick. But he was trained. He was trained by a former ninja who was his master.
Well, yeah. Well, I would say that. I would say that. I would say this, and I know for me, I'm kind of going. I would say blood sport for me. Because like you said, I would say I love the Last Dragon. The Last Dragon was like the Last Dragon had about 5 different storylines that it was kind of when you really look at the Last Dragon, it was damn near all over the damn place. As far as continuity of the movie, but I think with Bloodsport, see, I was introduced to Bloodsport before the Last Dragon, so it's kind of a biases for me, but I think it was the simplicity of what the story is and the Kumite itself.
Yeah.
And like you said, while you talk about Bruce Lee and Bruce Leroy, Bolo was my dude.
For me, he was there for me.
Bolo was my nigga though, bro. Yeah, and for those that don't know, is that Bloodsport. If it wasn't for Bloodsport, you wouldn't have Mortal Kombat because that's what the original concept of Mortal Kombat was: blood sport.
Yep.
And I think just having all those different styles of fighting. I know a lot of people know the African with the monkey style. You had the sumo wrestler. You had the Italian. Yeah, you had the Italian guy who was in Carl McGraw. You had Wing Chun. Bolo just had badassery. Like you said,
he had post Enter the Dragonism.
and like you said, you had John Claude Van Damme. His was more, like you said, it was more of ninjutsu, and you just had all these different styles of fighting into one tournament. And like what I said, the storyline was simplistic enough. Was okay, win the tournament. Okay, dude finna avenge his friend. Friend got killed in a kumite. His master died as a former Kumite champion. All right, I'm finna redeem my school. Simple enough.
Yeah. And
Last Drag was a little bit different. Because think about it. Bruce Leroy wanted to get with Vanity. That was one storyline.
Yep.
Show Enough wanted to run the fade with Bruce Leroy. That's storyline 2. Todd Bridges wanted to mess with Vanity, but was jealous of his brother. That's storyline 3. You had the doofy white dude that wanted his wife to be a singer. That was storyline number 4, and was willing to kidnap anybody to do it.
But you know what? Last Dragon, plain and simple, was like the movies in the '80s, like Karate Kid. It was the unassuming, good guy character that really did not want to be in up front, but he wanted respect. He ran into the girl. He wanted the girl. So he had to fight in order to prove that he was worthy of the reputation. That's all that was.
Right.
Karate Kid was the
Oh,
same
oh
way.
yeah. I forgot the fifth storyline. The other storyline was Bruce Leroy was trying to find what was he? He was trying to find the final step,
He was trying to find himself.
basically.
He was trying to find himself. And then now that part of the movie makes sense for everybody. Bruce Lee
Right.
had one saying. Bruce Lee said the hardest thing in this world is not doing a martial art or anything. It's being yourself. To be yourself is the hardest thing in life. And all these 80s movies, that's all they had. The reluctant character, he had to figure out how to be himself.
hmm And I'm gonna say, like I said, and I'm gonna say it like this: for everybody that think that Show Enough was the bad guy, nope, Show Enough was not the bad guy. It was the white. It was the white
Eddie
man. He was the
Arcadian.
bad guy.
Yeah,
Eddie Arcadian was the
was the
true
bad.
bad guy of that whole movie.
Right.
But we were so enamored with the Shogun of Harlem, which was a great character, by the way. Like I said,
Yeah.
hey, rest in peace to my man.
Julius Carey. Yeah.
Rest in peace to my man. Show Enough was basically one of those dudes who was a badass that wanted to prove that he was a badass. And in order for him to be a badass, he had to fight the badass.
Right. He was see, you got the bad guy and the antagonist.
hmm
That's all it is.
Right. But like I said, Last Dragon is always gonna be one of my favorite movies. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. But if I compare it, if I had to choose which one I would watch in a heartbeat, it would
Bloodsport,
probably be Bloodsport.
because it's more realistic. Bloodsport basically was the first. Bloodsport and tournaments like that were like the introduction to MMA, because back
hmm
then there wasn't an MMA style. There were just people that would show up to compete with their different genres of martial arts, until Bruce helped integrate a lot of that stuff, and then people started
Right,
taking it over.
right, right. And like you said, with spawn films like Kickboxer
Yeah,
and
Bob.
yeah. Which also played a part in certain aspects of Dragon Ball Z and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, like I said, we gonna go ahead and start winding it down here. Like I said, fellas, I'm gonna let you go ahead. Hold on. D. Coleman said my favorite movie ever is Kill Bill. Go versus Beatrix is one of the greatest fights ever. Oh, now go. Boy, go. That's my girl, boy. You talking about that mace, that spike ball mace? Yeah, that's my girl right there.
But I ain't gonna lie now. I ain't gonna lie. In Kill Bill, when she was being trained by Padme, and Padme took old girl's eyes out, bro. I don't know now. Don't know. Padme pulled them eyes out like they would,
The
like they
motherfucker
would
pulled them
pull
eyes out like a
them beans.
motherfucker.
That Daryl
Wow.
Hannah had no chance. Boy, he plucked that other eye out. She lost her mind.
that motherfucker already couldn't see out of one and then plucked the good one out. I'm like, mother, they killed me now.
But bro, he plucked that other eye out. She started break dancing all over the tub and everything.
Now Beatrice didn't have Beatrice did my girl Lucy Lou so bad in that damn movie. She cut her hairline off, nigga. I'm like, what the fuck? She cut her hairline off in the snow. Oh Lord. Said, man, when Padme threw that rice on the floor and told her to eat that rice, some of the coldest pimping I've ever seen. Yeah, boy. I told you, man, Padme. Like some of my favorite movie villains, Padme, Silver Fox, like especially in the Kung Fu movie directory. Those are two of my favorite villains because them motherfuckers were cold. If y'all want to see the true essence of the Padme character, y'all need to go check out Executioners of Shaolin. and Fist of the White Lotus. Now you'll really see how Gangsta Pie May really is, which is both played by the same. Well, which is very interesting because Gordon Liu, who played Pie May in Kill Bill, was the protagonist in those Pie May movies.
But think about it. He started out being the Shaolin monk in 36 Chambers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. There you go. There you go. My mafia already beat you to it. But yeah. But we're gonna go ahead and get up on out of here, y'all, man. Like I said, this was actually a fun show. Like I said, the thing, like I said, where we have these STS conversations, y'all are actually getting a more in depth on the conversations that we also have that's outside of Falcon football. So y'all really know the depths of our mind. Actually, y'all only seeing the surface of how far deep we can really get into and how sadistic our minds really are.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah.
We got some other stuff coming up. We
Mm-hmm.
got some
Oh
other
yeah,
stuff
It Man.
coming up.
Oh yeah, It Man is another great one too.
Bruh,
I'm a Donnie Yen fan too.
listen, I'm a It Man fan, period. Donnie Yen and the guy that played on Shang-Chi and the Ten Rings, bruh,
Mm-hmm.
the master, the Grandmaster, bruh. That was my movies, man.
Yeah.
It Man was that dude.
It Man was a bad. That was a cold man. That was a cold man for real.
Oh
But
yeah.
George Test Boy said, "I just found Bloodsport on Tubi." You gonna find that. Yeah. I'm about to say
Texas
if you
boy,
haven't
what I
seen
need you to do, I need you to listen to that montage. The
it, I
montages are
need
funny.
nah, that theme song be your. My heart is ready. My heart's on fire. I'm gonna push it over the wire.
Who
Mind
be
and
tech?
body,
Who
all a
be tech?
perfect 10. A look,
Nah, but
I
K Style,
sacrifice
the one,
every moment.
If
the one that
I
you
he
fight
sitting on
to
the bus,
survive.
he be sitting on the bus.
Kuma take, Kuma
Who
take,
be tech?
Kuma
Who
take.
me tech?
All right, man, brother. Y'all got any final words before we get up on out here, man?
Yep, I'm gonna be watching some movies today, goddamn.
We got the Royal Rumble later on this evening too. So
Hey,
it's gonna be
Kev,
wild.
you know what I thought about?
What's up?
Why Bruce Leroy and John Claude Van Damme doing the same pose?
Exactly. I didn't think about it until I looked at that shit like a couple minutes. I was like, wait a minute, are they doing the same pose? I'm like, okay, shit. Hey, that's how we do it. Oh man, Southside said Tubi is the black version of Hulu. You're damn right it is. Like Hulu, they got all my kung fu movies on there, so that's why I fuck with it. Yeah, I had to look at it, yeah, like, wait a minute, they are doing the same damn pose. Okay, look, y'all got any final words before we get up on out here, man?
No,
Enjoy the cinema.
What you got, Mike?
nothing really, man. Hey, just continue to have fun, man. Really. Enjoy your shit. Enjoy your shit.
All right. So y'all make sure y'all tune in to Atlanta Falcon Nation tomorrow for the regulators. If y'all missed Coach Unchained's mock draft for the Atlanta Falcons, you make sure you go ahead and recap that. Um, hey man, just giving y'all a heads up on what we're going to be doing more of. Like I said, this STS series has been pretty good for us because it allows us to kind of get certain topics and conversations out so y'all can see other sides of us. But we will also be covering some UFL football this offseason. I know we were supposed to do it last year, but we never got around to it. So this year we're going to be putting more emphasis on the UFL leading up to the NFL draft.
Oh,
Like I said, we gonna be doing some more comparisons. I think maybe the next time I did a poll on some Dragon Ball Z content we might actually be putting out here soon. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned to that. And we're going to be doing the comparisons between Dragon Ball Z and what society is nowadays. So until next time, people, we ain't here to play.
oh no,
We are here to stay.
I can't do that. My throat hurts right now. So Warren will have to take on.
Ooh, yeah, dig it. You ain't got to go home.
Go watch a movie.
P. Colvin said Vegeta is one of the most complex characters in TV history. Oh, y'all be ready for that conversation because I think me, Juan, and the fellas then came up with some conspiracy theories that's gonna blow y'all mind about that cartoon. All right,
yeah.
people, we out.
Put your eyes back in your head.
Popped out like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The unholy alliance has arrived.